Hello everyone, welcome back to the IndieGeekGuy channel. We're back with Black Sails. Last time on, we have an alliance between Flint and Silver and the good folk over on that island who are just trying to survive. Flint has promised them, hey, I'm not just going to defend you, I'm going to take back what they took from all of us, bad English from me there, what they've taken from us. So, the Rohan charge of freedom is on the way, that's what I reckon, or it's going to go horribly wrong. One of those two options. Vane and Blackbeard out on the high seas doing what pirates do. Vane seems to be having some second thoughts about his choice to leave Nassau behind. He just seems to be questioning a lot of things right now, like where his loyalties lie, what he actually wants. He's done a lot of growth, and I think it's affected him more than he realizes. And maybe he actually wants somewhere to call home more than he realizes, and maybe that place is Nassau. Yeah, it just seems a little bit like he's probably going to fold on the whole running away with Blackbeard idea, especially now that he's learned that there is a Spanish invasion planned. That seemed to rattle him a little bit, and the Spanish are getting angry. They want their gold back, and that's a whole other kettle of fish because Eleanor, the new governor, and Max and Jack, all of them are in some kind of shit right now, especially Jack and Max. Like, they've destroyed effectively half of that gold and replaced it with different goods that they can trade. And yep, I don't know how well that's going to play out for them. Like, I assume in this very episode, Max is going to be collared by the new governor. Jack's on his way back because he's being a prideful fool, so he's probably going to get caught as well. It's all going to be happening. It's all going to be happening. We're at the halfway point of this season, so I assume we're going to start ramping things up towards the finale now. So let's see what happens. But before we jump in, please remember to hit the thumbs up button if you do enjoy this video, and consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos, get notified, all that good stuff. There's also a Discord server, link in the description, for you guys to go hang out, chat amongst yourselves, talk about Black Sails and other things. It's there for you to enjoy, so I hope you consider doing that as well. But other than all that, let's jump into this episode of Black Sails, shall we? It's not looking good for Scott, is it? I hope by some miracle he pulls through this, but
for you to be seen as uninterested in what is happening for my father now, that is not going to help convince anyone here that you were serious about desiring their friendship.
I think his leg is having troubles. Yep. His leg in a bad way. God damn it. You're meant to be taking more breaks, Silver. Oh, Jesus, what happened? What the hell happened?
Martian came undone. I fucking showed it to him 10 minutes ago. Someone could have been killed.
And you showed him incorrectly.
I understood a war meant to antagonize England, to frighten them, to prevent them from moving against Nassau. But that isn't what we're talking about anymore, is it? Now you're talking about a war meant to be won.
It's an uphill task, that's for damn sure. But if anyone can do it, Flint, the man who has survived everything, can do it.
Teacher's lawyer. I'm going to begin a discussion in which I'm going to ask him for something that he can't possibly give.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this. I have been looking forward to this. Flint trying to convince Blackbeard that what he wants is the best thing for everybody. And here we see the reflective Charles as he wonders if he made the correct choice.
A little Spanish shrapnel. Once in a while it migrates closer to reaching its terminus and striking its chime. Grim little timepiece.
Lovely. There was me thinking he had an evil plan. Nope, he's just trying to live out the rest of his life. I'm sure there's some sort of plan to go along with his imminent death. Like, he's gonna want something before he dies, but who knows. Here we go.
Welcome to Okra.
Here we go, motherfuckers. Oh, why cut away? Why would you cut away from this glorious moment? Why do this to me?
Now they hear the gold is being converted into something more easily hidden from them, more easily smuggled away. That isn't theft. It's an insult.
Yeah, they're going to be pissed. They're going to be angry. And Jack's walking into this shit. That guy is in for a world of hurt if he gets caught.
Pardon me, gentlemen, if you don't mind me asking, where is this wagon headed?
To the fort.
To fix it. The whole gang of us up there. Governor wants it shipshape by the end of the month.
Jack's like, how come when I asked you fuckers to do this, no one did it? Man, that was a sobering moment for him, wasn't it?
Place of birth, occupation.
Please divert him. Please see him and divert him, please. Get him to safety.
The streets are swept. Industry is in fashion. You're dressed like a Turkish whore, and all because a man arrived. John Rackham.
Oh, God. Oh, God, the diversion didn't happen.
My Lord Governor would like a word with you.
Oh, Jack. Fingers crossed for you, bud, but not looking good.
We've got access to better medicines than that.
This has nothing to do with medicine. I cannot look weak. And I cannot look the part while being poked and prodded or while drooling through an opium haze saying who the fuck knows what. So I will endure this the way I have been enduring it.
You got Jack out here being prideful, you got John out here being stubborn. They're all falling down like dominoes.
The crown is always a burden, but it cannot be borne if you cannot stand.
You listen to her, John. Right? You get that leg sorted out and you treat it properly. Stop being an idiot.
We will force him to bleed capital and support and the goodwill of the men surrounding him until he is weak enough to challenge directly.
Flint is well and truly the Joker card that the new governor did not see coming.
This fleet is all that remains of it. And as long as it's mine, Nassau shall remain in its past.
It isn't yours. They were pledged to my command, not yours.
Okay, he's coming in here with the big... They have to fight for this.
Nassau is dead. Doesn't deserve anything else from me or the men on this beach.
I think Vane's just looking to be convinced. He's just looking for that little push to go, yeah, you're right.
So we have one fleet and 2 men claiming it. There's only one way I know of to resolve that.
Fight, 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 fight. Here we go. Fight, fight.
I know you. Some. I read your book. Wealthy son of a wealthy man takes to the sea to prove something to the parents, presumably. Loses everything in the process. Stumbles upon a hell of a story in the process. Please understand, I'm quite particular about my library, but people seem to have liked it fine, and it seems to have done wonders for you. So.
It's calling him out. Just in there calling him out.
I know you removed a significant amount of gold from the fort. I need you to give it up. Or we're all dead.
Yeah, you gotta tell him. You gotta tell him exactly what's going on. That's the only way you'll convince him.
You can't win.
Confidence instilled.
I don't care what you feel you owe him. They took my home. I can't walk away from that. Can you?
I think that might have been it. That might have been the push.
The only question that matters is this. Who are you?
Fuck me, Flint. Jesus Christ. Coming in here, talking some truths.
Right now, I can't tell which side of this contest you prefer to see prevail.
Oh, Billy. Billy is a conflicted individual right now.
Part of the reason I've been able to stand by his side is that I wanted to make sure I've got a good view of the moment that the world finally catches up to him.
Jesus, Billy. It's only because you haven't got all the bits of the puzzle, Billy. That's the only reason.
1, 2, 3!
Damn! Even Flint looks surprised by how that went. Okay, did it just glance off of him or something? What happened? Okay, it just skimmed off his head. Skimmed off his head. That had to hurt. Fuck. Flint's like, fuck. I was really hoping that would work. Oh, clothesline, Jesus. Oh, that hurts. Last time we saw Flint in a fight like this, he damn near died. So, And he's up against someone who's a lot better than that last person, so... Oh, Vane! Vane's coming in like a beast.
Take him. Get the fuck off my beach.
That's what they were really fighting for, and no point in dying if it's already won. Thank God for Vane. Never thought I'd be saying those words, but thank God for Vane. Oh, it looks so... Ugh. Oh. Right. You made it through.
Sent word to Anne to take the cash and disappear.
The governor saw your letter to her.
You don't think I can convey a thought to Anne, comprehensible only to her, a thought as simple as run? I will deny him the cash, and so I will deny him the victory. In doing so, I will ensure that whatever Nassau is come Christmas, English will be not it.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And eventually Spain will raise this place to the ground. The English flag will burn.
Sweet Jesus. Okay, Jack. Is this a power play or, like, suicide? Like, what? Like, you must appreciate that. Most people are going to get wiped out if Spain comes for that gold and burns everything.
Captain Flint or Mr. Silver sees the other as a villain or worse. Us, then all is lost. The villain makes the story. So to manage our current partners, we must ensure that we all agree at all times who our common villain is.
It's a big play by Scott. He knows how to get everyone focused on one thing.
We have our sets. We have our lies. The question is what we make of them.
I may be able to help in that regard. We came upon a prize. A Spanish prize. Ferrying a significant trove of intelligence.
Information about what?
Money. Separated from the Urca gold and rendered into a new form. A cache of gems, for which Spain is holding the new governor accountable. The only question is...
Oh, everyone's off to Anne now.
Can we find it before he does?
Oh God, the manhunt doth begin. Sweet Jesus. Anne has become the Infinity Stone of this storyline. Everyone wants the Anne. Okay, another episode down, and a lot of ideas and themes around villains. Who is the villain to me, and how do I find myself in all of this that's going on? That seems to be the overspilling like thing that's going on right now. Everyone trying to choose what it is they exactly want and who is standing in their way from getting there. With John Silver, he's still like conflicted about his relationship with Flint, and like purely from the point of view that everyone else who's gotten close to him and who's been able to see things from his level and where he's coming from, it hasn't played out well for them, and it's in his head that, you know, he's going to suffer the same fate. But obviously for success to be the thing that happens to them, he needs to be there, he needs to understand, and, you know, thankfully he was given the solid gold advice here to maybe share that burden with someone else, have someone else there to hold him from going too far or getting himself killed because of conflicting beliefs with Flint, all that stuff. So thankfully he seems like he might have an idea, a partner program to help him get through that. Obviously Vane, it was with Blackbeard, like Vane struggling to really understand what he wants, and thankfully by the end of the episode it seems like he's figured that out. He's figured out that, hey, Nassau is what I want, my partnership that I made is what I want, and my friends that I've made who actually, you know, mean something to me, I want to protect those people if I can. Like, he's clearly been struggling with that the past couple of episodes, and now he's on board, at least for now, so we'll see where that goes. But it was good. It was good to see that finally get paid off, and the struggle was real for Charles, and hopefully he can move forward in his violent ways to a better future for himself. Obviously Flint's villain is like the governor, the English, also a little bit of himself. That's been true ever since the start of this show, so that still holds true. At least now he's got a focus that he can stop falling down his own well, and he's focused in on something that he can actually do. I suppose if you wanted a character that was his villain for this time around, it was Blackbeard, because Blackbeard was standing in the way of what he wanted to do. And that shot at the start of their duel, when he just collapsed, that took me by surprise. I did not expect. I thought that the pistols were going to malfunction, or they were just going to both like miss or whatever, and then they just charge in with swords. I did not expect Flint to hit the mark, and his face when he realised it was going to swords was priceless. Like, oh, I can't win this. This isn't good. I do wonder what's going to happen to Blackbeard from here, though, because I don't think he's out. I don't think he's out of the story. I think he's just going to have to maybe figure out exactly what he wants to do now. Is Nassau really as unimportant as he believes it to be? Obviously, we found out this episode that he has limited time on this plane. He has some shrapnel slowly heading towards his heart, just like Iron Man. We just need to get an arc reactor in his chest and it'll be good. But yeah, it's interesting. It was an interesting little detail that we got revealed here, and I don't know what he's going to do with that. I'm going to assume that maybe because he knows that about himself, that he has limited time left, he's going to want to make a grand stand of some sort. Like, he's going to want to firmly leave his mark or do something that he can go out and be proud of, I suppose. And obviously he wanted Charles Vane to carry on his legacy and to be his heir, essentially, but before he died, and to make sure he had that in place before that happened. But now, clearly that can't be the case, so I do wonder where his angle will be from here. But I did think the choreography on that fight was pretty good, and it was well shot. Like, you could really see all the action, and like, I feel like the choreography on this show for the sword fights has been largely pretty good. There has been, you know, it's TV, you've got schedules to keep and stuff, so, and I'm assuming the actors don't get massive amount of time to practice, so it's a case of we've got to learn the moves, we've got to do it, we've got to shoot it, and we've got to move on. That's pretty much how it works in the TV world, and by and large I think a lot of it has done pretty well. It's just been edited in such a way to maybe kind of cover up some of the flubs and just get around it. So previous fights have been a little bit choppy, not too bad, but sometimes by necessity. This time I think like they actually probably spent a good chunk of time on getting this fight to work, because I feel like it was a build up to it. Like, having Flint, the character that we've been following this entire show, going up against Blackbeard, a character who has a legacy beyond the show, and like that character is, you know, the pirate in a lot of people's minds. So I felt like that fight, they took a lot of care to make sure it looked good and worked within the story that was happening. So I thought that was done really well. Then we've got Jack and Annie and Wood Rogers, the new governor, Eleanor. Oh, all of that complicated shit. Like, Jack is just resigned to, I want my legacy to be, I got Nassau to be the place that it is in history, and I will burn it to the ground before an English flag is placed on it, and my part of the story is that I gave it up. Like, he's going full ham on that, and frankly, we should have seen that coming, given his foolhardy nature of, well, I'm going back to Nassau. I don't care. I want to see what's going on. I want my legacy, and I don't know. I do not know how this is going to pan out for him. I get his desperation. I understand where he's coming from, but I just feel like he stands a better chance of having the legacy he wants if he was just a little bit smarter, not so quick to jump on the fire, as it were. I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out, I suppose, but this is extreme. Like, his move here is extreme. Like, either I get this place or no one gets it, is basically what he's saying, and we'll see how that goes for him. But it appears that Anne is on board with whatever that plan is, because she understood the message. She killed the Redcoat. Understandably, she's pissed off about that, so I'm wondering if she is going to try and, I don't know, spring Jack or do something to help him with his plan rather than just running away. I don't see Anne as the running away sort, especially when the person that she is basically promised to follow to the ends of the earth is in this situation. So I don't know, we'll see. It's a conundrum, but everyone's after Anne now. She has become the key chess piece in this whole thing, so it's a race to get to her first. I did actually like the scene between Jack and the governor when they first met. It was an interesting kind of, kind of a meeting of intellects, I suppose. Like, they both have similarities, and it was funny how the Wood Rogers was taken aback by Jack's intellect. That was fun. But yeah, it's interesting how they are essentially in some ways the same person. They're desperate to be in control of this place. Their methods are different. Their ideals are different. But they essentially want the same thing, and they're both intelligent people. So they can... I feel like there is a element of respect for one another in terms of their abilities and their brains. But they also really don't like each other because of what each of them stand for. Which is interesting. It's a good sort of protagonist-antagonist relationship that is instantly just fun to watch. So I think that was well done, and I think it's good that the show played upon those two characters' strengths and weaknesses and sort of injected them together. And yeah, it was good. It was good. Better than I thought it was going to be, honestly. But yeah, we're hurtling towards a finale here, it seems like. It looks like a battle is inevitable at this point. We've got our centerpiece of Anne stuck in the middle of all this. It feels like we're heading towards not just a fight versus Flint and the new governor, or something that simple. It feels like we're heading towards something possibly even bigger than that. I don't really know. I don't want to make assumptions on what the show is capable of doing, but it feels like we're heading in that way. We're heading towards some sort of three-way, four-way fight between Spain, Flint, the new governor, Jack. There seems to be a convergence on the horizon, and I don't know what form it's going to take, but trust me, I'm invested. I say that at the end of every episode, but I want to see. I want to see how this is going to resolve itself, at least partially, because obviously a whole other season to go after this, so who knows what's going to be happening there. I don't know who's going to come out of it in one piece, basically. I feel like there's definitely, again, it feels like there's going to be collateral damage. Someone probably dead by the end of whatever this is going to be. John, hopefully, will now rest his leg. After his medicine today, hopefully he realizes, oh yeah, maybe I should look after this a little bit better. Maybe I shouldn't just be gung-ho about the fact that my leg is eating itself. We should maybe rest it when it needs resting. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm hopeful that he doesn't get more of his leg cut off for his sake, because I don't know what that will do to him. It will just get even more stubborn and angry and everything else on top of that. I do find Scott's daughter, I keep forgetting her name, I don't think they mention it very often, so that's why I'm not getting it in my head, is she clearly likes John as a person. She sees a connection between the two of them. She understands that she is also essentially the second in charge of this place, and whilst John is also the second in charge of his crew, and they're both dealing with similar burdens to where they fall in their respective sort of communities. But she also has concerns about trusting Flint and Silver, and Scott quite rightly put, hey, as long as they've got a villain to fight, they will work well together, and I've organised it so this new governor, Wood Rogers, is their focus. That's what they are focused on. So we don't need to worry about the two of them not getting on or whatever, because they're going to be too invested in making sure this is their problem, this is what they're fighting. And as long as that is the case, we'll be good. And he's right. They may not always see eye to eye. They may have problems. They may have dramas between the two of them. But by and large, if Flint has a focus point and John Silver has a focus point, they're both characters who will do that. That's what they will deal with if they see that is what is in their best interest. So Scott has been, again, godfather to this whole situation and is doing a good job. Although it's not looking good for him. I reckon the next episode he may not be with us anymore. I hope not. I hope a miracle takes place, but we'll see. It's not looking good for him though. But no, another enjoyable episode of Black Sails. Good stuff. Drama continues. The piratey goodness continues. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up. It helps me know you liked it. It helps other people see it. all that good stuff, and maybe consider subscribing as well so you don't miss any future videos, including Black Sails and anything else I post on the channel. But other than that, as I say, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you on the next one.